Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another day of virtual learning. So we'll start with our affirmation. I feel good about myself. I feel good about the people around me. I feel goodness all around me. And they will follow me for the rest of my life because I walk with good and I talk with good and I am good. And that feels real good. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is your better and your better is your best. This week, we are going to talk about HBCUs. The blacker the college, the sweeter the knowledge. Our standard for this week: cite specific textual evidence to support your analysis of primary and secondary sources. So before we even go to the objective, let me explain what an HBCU is, because that's the acronym. The H stands for historically, the B stands for black, the C stands for college, and the U stands for university. Our objective: I can write 5 to 7 sentences explaining what an HBCU is and how an HBCU can be beneficial for one's learning by using primary and secondary sources provided by the PowerPoint and my own research. Once again, HBCU, historically black college and university. The mission of HBCUs, the goal of HBCUs were to educate and train African Americans to become productive citizens. Most HBCUs focus on teacher education, while some focus on trades such as agriculture. So you have the Lincolns and the Cheneys that were founded for teaching and education, and you have the Florida A&Ms, the FAMUs. Those schools are agriculture schools. Elizabeth City State. Throughout this PowerPoint, you'll see a lot of pictures of people in HBCU settings, teachers, students. Most graduates of HBCUs go on to become teachers, even to this day. So we have a few ourselves. We have myself, I attend Lincoln University, Mr. Stewart, Virginia Union, Principal Evans, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Greenhays, Ms. Jackson. A lot of your very own teachers attended HBCUs. The first HBCU, the very first HBCU was established before Reconstruction. The Ashman Institute in Pennsylvania was later named after Abraham Lincoln. It is known today as Lincoln University. This is Albert Einstein teaching a group of men at Lincoln University. So when it was Ashman Institute, it was an all-boys school, and later on it became co-ed. Numbers and locations. There are a total of 105 HBCUs. Almost all HBCUs are located in states that were once slave states during the Civil War. So here are where all the HBCUs are. So you have Lincoln is in Pennsylvania. You have Delaware State. You have, Florida A&M. You have Virginia Union, Virginia State, West Virginia State, Kentucky State, Tennessee State, and various other 105 schools in total. North Carolina has more HBCUs than any other state in the country. Let me see if I can name a couple of them. Elizabeth City, Winston-Salem, Fayetteville State, Shaw. It's a lot more, but those are just some off the hand. So we have Barbara Scotia, Bennett, Elizabeth City State, Fayetteville State, Johnson C. Smith, Livingstone College, Winston-Salem, Shaw, St. Augustine's, North Carolina Central, and North Carolina A&T. So these are some of the schools I visited. Majority of these schools basically playing sports in college, but also just traveling as well. My parents made sure that we visited HBCUs because they felt as though it was important that we would go to, and that all the children would go and attend an HBCU. The schools that I played when I played college, I played against Elizabeth City, I played against Fayetteville State, Johnson C. Smith, Livingstone, Winston-Salem, Shaw, and St. Augustine. So I'm very familiar with those schools. The population. Student population is smaller than white colleges. So that means smaller classrooms. You can talk to your teachers. It's a family. HBCUs are very family oriented. So it feels like you're at home when you're not at home. So you don't get the going away sickness unless you're going really, really far away. The class sizes are smaller, tighter teacher relationship. I still have relationships with my teachers. I actually got in contact with one of my professors last week. She was checking up on me and seeing how everything was going, especially during this COVID, and she knows I'm in education now. And like I said, a family atmosphere exists among students and faculty. It feels like you see everybody every day and you just form a bond and relationship with them. So here's an example of a classroom. It's like the GLE classroom. Everyone's up close and personal, and you have fun. And you learn to be with the people that you're around all the time. Especially once you get into your major classes. Once you get into your major classes, you see the same faces over and over again. You have the same schedule. You communicate with people in the cafeteria. They have Taco Tuesdays, the fried chicken Wednesday, fish Thursdays. It's a whole bunch of family-oriented things. The things that you do at your family dinner table, those are the things you see in the HBCU atmosphere. Here's a lecture hall. Population. Classrooms are much different than what one might see in a typical white college. You see how it's packed and a lot of students there. Everyone's on the MacBook. HBCUs have more of a family-like atmosphere than other colleges because there aren't as many students, and students share many qualities and traits. These friends are probably in the same major, and if not, the school is so small that they cross paths frequently. You have the Greeks, the Alphas, the Kappas, the Qs, the AKAs, the Deltas. Another Greek picture. Population. The majority of HBCUs range from 2,000 to 5,000 students. So 2,000 to 5,000, that's really not a lot of people. Population. There are large HBCUs. Florida A&M University, which is also called FAMU. The largest is Florida A&M University, which has approximately 12,000 students. Population. There are now white students who attend HBCUs. That's very true. White students earn minority scholarships to attend HBCUs. So they get scholarships to attend an HBCU. And here's an example of an HBCU classroom. Scores and acceptances. Many HBCUs lower their requirements and standards to allow less than average high school students to get accepted. So HBCUs, they want to give you a chance and change your life around. They know that the piece of paper, the degree that you get after your 4 years or 5 years or however many years you attend is very important. So they want to give everyone a chance. Here's the application form of acceptance. Scores and acceptance. Some HBCUs, however, have very high standards and require much more to be accepted. Those are the prestige institutions like Spelman and Morehouse, things of that nature. Morehouse, an all-male school in Atlanta, Georgia, is a high GPA and SAT requirement. Famous alumni that went to Morehouse or Martin Luther King, Mr. Green, he's also attended Morehouse College. Spelman, which is across the street from Morehouse, is an all-female school in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a high GPA and an SAT required. Howard University, which is in Washington, D.C., is a very prestigious and well-known school located in Washington, D.C. They require a high SAT and GPA. The cost. HBCUs are not as expensive as other colleges and universities. If you compare the prices, it is an extreme difference. Several scholarships, awards, and programs are available for those who choose to attend HBCUs. So, scholarship-wise, you can find a scholarship anywhere. Grades, athletics. A lot of HBCUs don't give full athletic scholarships because they're in Division II. Division I athletes, which are the higher-ups, they get the full scholarships because they access more money. The tuition is more, so they have more money to give to other students. United Negro College Fund, an all-Black organization that provides funding for Black students to attend HBCUs only. Tom Joyner is a famous radio host. Radio talk show host Tom Joyner always gives money to help Black students attend HBCUs on the air. College paid in full. Rachel Gentle, you remember her? The young lady who testified for the deceased Trayvon Martin? So the cost, if you can't afford to pay for school yourself, you can apply for financial aid. Now, financial aid is something you have to pay back, but it gives you a chance to put your foot in the door. The less money your parents make, the more you can receive. A college education is an investment into your future. Like I said, without that piece of paper, it is very hard to find jobs and different resources. So, an investment for your life is like a house. It's like owning and renting a house. When you're owning a house, you're putting in money. It's an investment. You're going to put in money for the repairs. When you're renting, you're paying not the full price. Sometimes you're paying the same price as the homeowner, but it's not yours. Invest in your life. Jot down these figures. Johnson C. Smith costs $18,236. St. Augustine's, $17,890. Bennett College, $17,130. Livingstone College, $15,708. Shaw University, $14,141. Barbara Scotia, $8,364. Fayetteville State, $7,573. North Carolina Central, $5,525. North Carolina A&T, $5,422. Winston-Salem State, $4,941. Elizabeth City, $4,428. Do you think that's a lot of money? Well, consider these next figures. So remember those figures. So we went from $18,000 to $4,000. North Carolina, which is a PWI or a predominantly white school, is $23,000 per year. Per year. So that's larger than the $18,000 at the first school. Duke, which is another PWI, $61,000 a year. No high school diploma, 20. So if you want a job, if you don't have a high school diploma, you'll make around $20,000 a year. If you have a high school diploma, you'll have $29,000 a year. And if you get an undergrad degree or if you graduate from college, you will get minimum $50,000 a year. Retention rates. Retention rate means the percentage of people who actually finish college once they start. Unfortunately, HBCUs have a very low retention rate. Only 42% of the students who start actually finish. That's less than half. HBCU alumni. Graduates of HBCUs tend to remain friends and celebrate homecoming festivities yearly. So when you have the HBCU, like I said, it's a family-oriented school and it's close. So every year you have homecoming and everyone from all over come back to celebrate and see each other and go to the game and to just relax and have fun and catch up. They share similar experiences even though miles apart. The CIAA. So the CIAA is the name of the conference that most HBCUs are in. And I had the opportunity to coach the basketball team at Lake University, and the basketball teams have a tournament called the CIAA, and it's in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's an amazing event, all the schools come together and they play down there. The vibe of North Carolina is amazing. The weather down there is amazing. Here's an example. People just socializing from different HBCUs in different parts of the world, coming together, having a good time. Like I said, the basketball. Yeah, Michelle Obama there one year. The Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association. That's what the CIAA stands for. Famous alumni that went to HBCUs: Martin Luther King Jr., Morehouse College. Langston Hughes, the Lincoln University. He's also an Alpha. W.E.B. Du Bois, Fisk University. Booker T. Washington, Hampton University. Oprah Winfrey, Tennessee State University. Spike Lee, Morehouse College. KEYSHIA, KNIGHT-PULLIAM, Spelman. Ruben Studdard, Alabama A&M University. Samuel L. Jackson, Morehouse. Morehouse is killing them. Erykah Badu, Grambling State University. LONNIE, LYNN, also known as Common, Florida A&M University. Sean Combs, a.k.a. P. Diddy, Howard University. Stephen A. Smith from ESPN, Winston-Salem State University. I don't know who Big Swill, Coppin State University. Here are the graduations. Michelle Obama speaking at Spelman College. Barack Obama. The graduations are amazing as well. All the hard work that you do and the time and the effort is very, very rewarding to see a graduation. Are you a future HBCU student? Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully that I hope you learned a lot, and I hope that I inspired you to go to a HBCU because it is an amazing experience. Thank you for tuning in and have a great day on purpose.